Hey parents, I want to start with something we hear almost every single week in our practice. We've been to everyone, we've done all the tests, but we still don't have answers or solutions. Maybe that's you. You've done the blood work, you've seen different health providers, you've been told everything looks normal, and yet you or your child are still struggling. Sleep isn't right, digestion is off, they're overwhelmed, unsettled, or not quite themselves. And you're left thinking, how can everything be normal if my child or I'm not clearly thriving? So here's something important to understand. Most traditional testing is designed to look for disease or to look for damage. It asks questions like, is there something structurally wrong? Is there a diagnosable condition here? And yes, those tests are incredibly important, but they don't always answer a different question. One that many parents are actually asking: how is my child's body functioning? How am I functioning? Because there's a really big difference between nothing is medically wrong and everything is working well. One of the ways we explain this in practice is like this. Your child's nervous system is like an orchestra conductor. It's coordinating everything. Saxophones, clarinets, guitars, aka sleep, digestion, immune function, movement, emotions, focus and development, to name a few of the instruments or systems. Every system in the body is being directed through the nervous system. So if that system is under stress or having difficulty regulating, it can show up in lots of different ways all at once. And that's often when parents are left feeling confused because nothing quite fits into one simple box. So what are INSiGHT scans and why are they so important? Well, at House of Chiropractic in Albury, one of the ways we look deeper at a health challenge is through this technology with our neurological INSiGHT scanners. Now, these scans don't diagnose medical conditions. What they do is give us an objective information about how the nervous system is functioning and how it's adapting to stress. And for many families, this is the first time they feel like they're actually seeing a clearer picture. We use 3 different scans and each one looks at a different part of nervous system function. Firstly, the neurothermal scan. This looks at how the nervous system is regulating organs and automatic functions, things like digestion, immune responses, and then general regulation like sleep. The next scan is our surface EMG scan. This measures muscle and tension patterns along the spine, looking at symmetry, balance, and energy output. This scan can help us understand delays in motor development, behavioural symptoms, or even discomfort. It guides us to understand how the body is holding stress and how well the nervous system is coordinating movement and stability. And then our neuropulse scanner. This one looks at how your body is adapting to stress. It gives us an insight into that balance between fight or flight and rest and regulate. If you or your child's system is overworked, it can lead to problems with behaviour, emotional regulation, and energy levels. The results from this scanner also help us understand how deep the problem may be. There are certainly patterns that we often see. In fact, one of the most interesting parts of these scans is that the scans often reflect what parents have been noticing all along. Some children and adults show patterns of being on all the time, busy, wired, unable to switch off. Others show patterns where the system seems a bit more disconnected or fatigued. And many children and adults are often a combination of both. At House of Chiropractic, we often describe what causes these disconnections or dysfunctions or dysregulation as the perfect storm. Not one single cause, but layers of stress building over time. Pregnancy stress, birth experiences, early illness, sleep challenges, repetitive or multiple medications, environmental factors. None of these things alone are necessarily the problem, but when they add up, well, the nervous system can't start, can't feel right, is overloaded, disjointed, and it shows up in a variety of ways. So why does this matter? Well, when the nervous system is undergoing ongoing stress, it can make it harder for the body to do normal everyday things like regulate digestion, sleep deeply, manage emotions, adapt to sensory input, and recover from illness. And this is often where families feel stuck. We're doing all the right things, but progress feels slow or inconsistent. So we have a different way to approach it. Instead of looking only at symptoms, we start by asking, how is the nervous system functioning underneath all of this? Because when that foundation is supported, everything built on top has a better chance to work well. Neurologically focused chiropractic care is designed to support that process. Using the information from scans, consultation, and examination, we create a personalised approach to help the nervous system regulate and adapt more efficiently. One of the most powerful parts of this process is when parents say things like, "That scan looks exactly like my child," because for the first time, what they're seeing and feeling now makes sense. And from there, we can track changes over time, not just guess. If you've been told to wait and see, if you feel like you're collecting answers but no clarity, if you just know there's more to your child's story, you're not alone. Sometimes the missing piece isn't doing more. Sometimes it's simply looking at the nervous system first. INSiGHT scans replace guessing with objective data. They show you what's happening underneath and track how your child is healing. Therapy can feel like pushing a car with the parking brake on. You're doing everything right, but progress is slow because the foundation isn't right. When INSiGHT scans show stuck stress patterns in the nervous system, like dysautonomia, it helps us understand why therapies stall and shows us what needs help. By restoring nervous system balance, other therapies finally start working, and parents often see changes in sleep, behaviour, focus, and demeanour, even in the early stages of healing. If you're tired of hearing wait and see or collecting labels without getting real answers or help, INSiGHT scans might be exactly what your family needs. These scans reveal what traditional medicine overlooks, giving you a clear path forward instead of more guesswork. At House of Chiropractic in Albury, we work with families every day to help them better understand how their child's nervous system is functioning and how it can be supported. If you'd like to learn more about our INSiGHT scans or our approach, feel free to reach out to our team or visit our website. And if this video has helped you, we'd love it if you could share it with another parent who you think might need to hear it. Thanks for helping to spread hope. As you probably know, it's definitely needed.